Hi, it's me again. It's been a few days, so let's see if I still can have the knack. um, I think last time I vlogged was Friday night. Saturday we got up early and went to the casino and broke even, but we had a lot of fun. Then we went to some thrift stores. We live about an hour from about 5 different towns where they have thrift stores, and um, Gordon Foods and Meijer and Aldi and some of the places that we don't have here in town. Here we're kind of limited to Walmart or Kmart, or there's a local chain called Glenn's in northern Michigan that's so expensive I rarely walk through the door. We also have a Save-A-Lot. But anyway, when we go to another town, I like to get a little variety, especially Aldi's. I like Aldi's. So we went there. And we went out for lunch. We just had a really good day together. While we were out, I developed an earache, which I never get earache. So we went to a pharmacy and got some drops and some cotton while we were there in town. And we got back, and since we'd gotten up so early, we decided to take a nap. When we got up, my ear was still hurting pretty badly, so we went to the doctor. And the clinic is in the same building and associated with my own doctor's office. So that's where we go. And after a lot of probing around my right ear and examining and everything, he said that it was the start of Bell's palsy. So that's interesting. As you can see, I'm still okay. He said within a couple days is when the facial paralysis on the side would start, but it hasn't yet. On Facebook, I mentioned Bell's palsy and talked to a high school friend who said she's had it. It took about a week from the time the earache started for her until the facial paralysis, and hers lasted about 6 weeks. Anyway, I got various different opinions and thoughts from people who had known others or had had it. So I still don't know what to expect because it seems to vary, and so we'll see. Since then, I've had a mild headache on the right side, and today my right cheekbone and eye are to the outside of my eye. This whole bone area seems to be painful, but I'm doing okay so far. So he gave me ear drops with steroids in them, and so I'm using those, and hopefully it won't progress any further, or hopefully it won't progress to the point where I can't talk, because that's what I do all day is talk for my job. I need to be able to do that. My other concern, of course, is that I can't drink through a straw, and that's a topic for another time. But we'll see. Maybe this won't ever happen. We've been praying about it. My husband's prayed the word. We are going to just hope for the best. Let's see. So that was Saturday night. Then Sunday, of course, we got up and went to church. Church was great, as it always is. Our pastor really delivers some um, thought-provoking messages. He has a way of wording his messages so that even though he's talking about maybe parts of the Bible that we've heard a million times before, his message always helps to see it in a new way. So it's one of the reasons we like the church so much. But the church service was great. And afterwards, we picked up my mom. As I've mentioned before, she has Lewy body disease, and we picked her up from the nursing home, which is just about a mile away, and brought her over for a while, which we do most Sundays. The difference this Sunday was she was not having a good day, and she was kind of agitated. So we ended up taking her back after just about an hour. After that, we had our dinner, and then we went to see a motorhome that was advertised locally, or that we saw actually for sale locally, and I called the owner and asked if we could come and see it, and we went to see it. And I'll tell you what, this motorhome would just be exactly what we need if we were to go with a Class A. It is it's clean. It's got all of the maintenance records and all the original paperwork, stacks of stuff. It's beautiful. I could see us in there. I could see us living in there very easily, even with, our critters. I could see us driving it. I mean, we've looked at a lot of motorhomes in the last year, and this one I walked in, and I talked to Pete afterwards, and I said, I would take half of the value of this house if someone gave us the cash so that we could buy this motorhome. He agreed. I mean, that's how spectacular this motorhome was. So today I've kind of been waiting for somebody to knock on the door and offer me half the value of the house so that we can buy this motorhome and start working toward. Um, it's not only a dream, but it's a goal. It's not a dream at this point. It's definitely a goal. And you know, as servants of God, we have. We don't want to be tied down. We want to be where we're called and where we're needed. And I know He's going to make that happen because I know that He's put that desire in our hearts and we've prayed about it. And so anyway, but He hasn't sent anybody to knock on the door yet today. So I doubt it. But I seriously would take half the value of the house just for this motorhome because it's just phenomenal. Perfect in every way. And for us, it's never really about money. It's about what we need and our wants. God always has met every need. He's made provision for everything. And so the money is not really as much the issue as, you know, just the needs being met and the goals being made and whatnot. So anyway, if you want our address, send me a message. I'll give it to you. You can knock on the door and you can have our house for half price. Let's see, what else? Food over the weekend. I went off plan as I always do. Last week, when I weighed myself Saturday morning, I had lost 5 pounds in 5 days. Actually, when I weighed myself Friday morning, eating real high fat and no grain, no starch, no sugar, I had lost actually 5 pounds in 4 days, which is not that unusual. Saturday morning, it was the same. Um, After the weekend or after Saturday when we ate out twice, this morning I weighed myself and I was up another 2, but back to clean eating again, and that'll probably be gone by tomorrow, and then I'll continue through the week and see how it goes. As I've said before, losing weight is not my huge goal. Feeling good is my huge goal, and I do when I eat. When I eat a lot of fat, a lot no, and very few carbs. And enough protein, of course. You have to have enough protein, but not too much. So today for breakfast, I had a leftover pork chop or pork steak, whatever it was. I think it was a pork steak. I had a leftover pork steak that we had the other day, and it was extremely good, high in fat. I made some tortillas last night that were just a little dry. They don't bend well, they break. So we're using them for sandwiches. They're delicious, and there's nothing there's nothing wrong with them. They taste delicious. So I had one of those with butter and cream cheese on it. Of course, grain-free. Well, not totally grain-free. I put 2 tablespoons of rye flour in for flavor, which divided among 12 tortillas, I'm thinking is not going to be a real big deal. But I had one of those with cream cheese and butter. Tonight we're having steaks, and I will do something with cauliflower. What, I'm not sure yet, whether I'll roast it or make mash or what, but we'll have cauliflower with our steaks. And that'll be our meals for today. I worked today, of course. The phones were steady. But now I got off an hour early. I have a wonderful boss. And actually he has plans for that hour, so I got off an hour early today, and I'm about to go clean all my parrot cages. I have the 7 cages to clean, but it's a gorgeous, sunny, breezy day outside, so it's a good day to take the cage parts out there and scrub them and get them all cleaned up. And Wednesday is our garbage day, so it goes out tomorrow. So my heavy cleaning I try to do the day before garbage day or the day of garbage day. And that's about it for me. That's about all that's new. You're all caught up with my life. And if you have any questions, comments, or just want to say, I want your house, let me know. But also, if you do have any experience with Bell's palsy or anything about that, I'd appreciate a note about that too, because I'm not exactly scared, but I have to admit I'm a little anxious about what's going to happen and what to expect. And I'm thinking our prayers are going to keep the worst of it off, but as always, it's God's will, not mine. So We'll see what happens. If it does turn into that, you'll be able to follow the progression of it, at least here, as long as I can talk. So anyway, thanks for watching number 5. I think it's number 5. And have a great evening and God bless. Bye-bye.